Hey guys, we're gonna do a Bulova watch battery today. It does have a battery, but I'm just gonna show you how we could change it. And I might be able to show you a way to not have the tools required, especially one of these wrenches that we always use for watches, and this one too that you use for doing batteries. What I would suggest is, obviously, when you buy a brand new watch and you haven't opened it or has never been opened before, I would definitely use these wrenches to open them up, you know. But if they've been opened before and you don't feel like doing the battery, you know, going to a repair shop and getting a battery done, and you want to do it at home, it's fairly simple if you have the right tools. So what I could possibly use, you know, I'm sure everybody has a small plier at home. You know, if you have one of these at home, you can definitely try it. You might end up scratching it in the back. I wouldn't suggest it that way. If that's, you know, if you're afraid to scratch your watch, don't do it at home. Just take it to a professional. But if you have one of these, maybe two of these, you can definitely try and open the watch yourself. So what I would do is, I would use one side of the tip on each of the pliers, and I would kind of dig into these slots right here, one of each. And, you know, I would obviously do the one parallel to this one. So you could definitely try it this way. I would hold it on one side here and use the other plier on this side and push it down as much as possible, but obviously try to see if you can have a softer cloth or like a mat, like a rubber mat at home. If you don't, you know, you could use like a piece of cloth, fold it a couple of times and try to do it, but apply pressure towards the face of the watch once you have these, and then you could just try and slide it. Obviously it would take a couple of tries, but see, with just because it was already done before, it was loose, I got it open. And you can try that, or if you want, you could use two flathead screwdrivers as well. If you have something sharp, I would suggest, let's say for example, these are very common when you buy repair kits. You can buy these on like Amazon or eBay. These come standard with any repair and tool, like, you know, kits for like either iPhones or phone repair kits or just any type of repair kits. You can use these also, but in order for you to do that, it would mean that it has to be open before, because if it's a brand new watch and you've never done the battery on this, I think it will be impossible. You'll scratch the back very easily. Take two of these. I have one flat one and I have one star-shaped Phillips one. I would do the same thing. I would push on both sides and, you know, apply a lot of pressure towards the face of the watch and try to open it this way. This could work too. I would suggest, you know, if you don't have the right tools for it, you can definitely use these two or similar ones, as long as they don't scratch it. They're not bigger than the slots here, so that could easily be done, especially for, you know, Bulova watches. If you have any Michael Kors or Coach watches, or, you know, Burberry watches, sometimes they're easy to do. But try not to do it for expensive watches, because you might end up scratching it, and, you know, you will not. I don't recommend it at all. I don't suggest that at all. This is for watches that have been, this method would be good for watches that have been done before. So since we got the back off, this is a 377, which also goes by the number SR626SW. You can also use a SR626W, and it's the same size. It's commonly 376 and 377 are the same one, so very simple watch to do, this one. Use any sharp tools. I have this very busted looking screwdriver, flat head. I'll just, you know, look, this metal bar right here kind of holds the battery down. So this guy is basically holding it down. So all you have to do is just slide it, no pressure. Pops right out. You don't have to do anything, but try to avoid this coil right here. If you damage it, scratch it, the watch will not work, and you will end up taking it to a professional to replace that. Take a 377 and I just leave it right on top. Don't even do anything. Don't even push it in. It will just sit like this, and then hold it down just very lightly, and then slide that tab again and push it down, and it will click. As soon as you hear the click, you're good. Now this is a very common problem. I have seen this happen a lot of times. You see this rubber gasket? Since it's dry, it usually stretches when you open it, and it will never be the right shape. It should be tight enough for it to just kind of hug around the border, and that would suggest that, you know, if you were ever to wash your hands or, you know, take it underwater, you can do it. I don't suggest taking the watch underwater, because once it's open from the back, a lot of times it will not close properly, and if you've done the battery yourself, you'll definitely get some water damage once you take it underwater, or wash your hands with it, or take a shower with it. I do not suggest that at all for any watch. Do not take your watch underwater if it's been opened once, either by yourself or by a professional, because you never know. Even if somebody's opened it professionally, they might have not closed it right, or the rubber gasket is missing. I do not suggest it. I do not recommend it. So just use one of these flat ones just to kind of, you know, don't close it up first. Just try to slide it around the border so that it goes in, and you should be good. Once it goes in, just tighten it. Look, if you have a lot of watches and you like to do the batteries yourself, just buy these tools. These are like 20-30 bucks online. You can buy them on any of the websites. If you have good amount of collection, like you have a lot of watches which are like really nice brands, expensive brands, take it to a professional. Let them do it for you. Don't do it yourself. So just tighten it up. And see, you can just set the right time on this one. The time is 2:42. I'll set the right time. Oh, sorry. And set the right date. Yeah, that's perfect. So this is exactly how you would change your battery at home. If you have the right tools, always open it up and just check what type of battery it takes, and that way you will be able to do it at home. And this is how you do it. Thank you.